Hello everyone, Vampire218 here, bringing you my draft Pokemon Spotlight on Jolteon. Jumping right into things, we see that Jolteon has a 65 in HP and a 65 in attack. Its defense is 60, which means that these three stats are just below where you want them to be. It just has just below the health that you'd want. Its attack is far too low to be a physical attacker, and its defense is very bad. So obviously this thing doesn't want to take hits on the physical side. Going into the stats that are pretty good, its special attack is 110, its special defense is 95, and its speed is 130. This means its special defense is better than better than average. Its special attack is quite good, and it's extremely fast, as one of the top, I want to say in the top 25 speedy Pokemon, but I will take a look. Oh yes, as you can see, it is the 14th fastest Pokemon, tying with Aerodactyl, Mewtwo, Crobat, Mega Gengar, and Mega Mewtwo. So, in the league format, looking at these, you really shouldn't be afraid of a Ninjask, unless you're playing GBA tiers, but even then there are better passers. Mega Alakazam, it gets outsped by, so that can be an issue. Mega Aerodactyl and regular Aerodactyl. You have an issue with Sceptile and a little bit of an issue with Beedrill. A Selgor, Electrode you don't really have an issue with. Mega Lopunny we will have an issue, and Minitrick not really. So either way, it's one of the fastest Pokemon, so it really fits the, just a really good special attacker that hits hard on the special side, but also can take a hit on the special side as well. It's a pure electric type, meaning it will resist electric, flying, and steel. If it has Volt Absorb, it is immune to electric attacks, as Volt Absorb here heals for 25% health when it is hit by an electric type, and Quick Feet will, if you are statused, raise your speed and ignore speed drop from paralysis. But because you're an electric type, you can't get paralyzed in this generation. So, going directly into the moves it learns quite a good amount. It learns Agility, if you really needed to boost your speed again, Baton Pass. It gets good electric coverage through Thunderbolt, Thunder, and Volt Switch. It gets... And the real problem is that some of these moves are physical, so I'm not going to really talk about them. But it gets Double Team if that's not illegal in your league. You would probably want to run a Hidden Power because it's good special attack. You get, you get priority with Quick Attack, but your attack isn't enough to matter. So you get Shadow Ball and Signal Beam, meaning you can do damage to Grass types and Ghost and Psychic types. Signal Beam also lets you hit those Dark types, so you get some pretty good coverage with that. You get Synchronize, which I really just wouldn't use unless you really need to take out that other electric type. You get Yawn, you get Toxic, so overall, very good moveset. It could be better. It could get some better special moves here and there. And not rely on these to get, a Grass or a Flying or any of those types of moves. Not relying on the Hidden Power, but, it is what it is. So, looking at what they say you should run, All-Out Attacker is really what I see Jolteon being in the league format. There are better evolutions that just suit Cleric play better. This is a very fast evolution, so it's very hard to slow Baton Pass with this. You have to usually hard Pit Pass a Wish. It's just not beneficial. You want to be slow passing those things so that the Mon receiving it doesn't just die. So that's why I don't think it's a very good Cleric. I usually see that there is a Sub-Pass set, but even with a Sub-Pass set, that's basically what you have to rely on so that the Mon you're passing to doesn't die. And I just don't think it's as effective. Umbreon, Sylveon, and even Vaporeon are much better Clerics for that. So the checks and counters, they say Pokemon that resist or are immune to electric, very big one. You'll have a very hard time doing damage to them. And it'll force you to run something like a Grass type. You are basically forced to run Signal Beam. And if you're going against something like a Moongus or Venusaur, you're just in big trouble, because you're going to only be doing neutral with that bug move. Especially defensive Pokemon, you have a good special attack, but it's not like game breaking, so you will have an issue with that still. Passive damage, you really don't have a reliable way of healing. You have Wish, but I mean, that's the only way of healing, so if you're toxic, you're in pretty big trouble. And then Revenge Killers, it's very vulnerable on the defensive side, so you gotta very much look out for those, like, EQs and stuff. Going directly into the sets that or I guess the set that I, would suggest, it would be this. It would be, Shadow Ball or Signal Beam. If you need to take out a Dark type, you would run Signal Beam. A Psychic or a Ghost type, you'd run Shadow Ball. You need to take out a Grass type, Signal Beam. Really, this is whatever you want. This should be Volt Switch. And again, you are going to customize this to however you feel you need. You know, Timid, if you are going up against mons that can outspeed you. If you're going up against a team whose, like, speed tier ends at, I think, 100, or even, like, 110, you might be fine without going Timid. You could go Modest. You should always be going Special Attack or Cleric. You know, don't go Physical Attack. It's just not going to work. Thunderbolt and Volt Switch are really good. Thunderbolt for the damage, Volt Switch for the utility. But you could even run something other than Thunderbolt here. You could run Wish, you could run Sub. There are options. You could run T-Wave even. And then I would suggest a Hidden Power, just because your special attack is so high, and you have the, capacity to use a Hidden Power. You know, most mons will have an average special attack or subpar, and they won't really be able to make use of this. But if you're going against, like, a bunch of normal types, you know, run Fighting Move. Going up against something where your other moves won't hit, run a move that will. HP Ice here is just really to take on those dragons and, ice types that are part poison. There's just so many different things we can do with Hidden Power on a mon with such high special attack. So, for items, you can go either Choice Specs if you don't care about the being locked into a move. You just want this thing to do as much damage as possible. Go Choice Specs. Otherwise, you could go Life Orb, but if you don't want to lose the health, you could go Expert Belt. You could go. I really wouldn't go Sash, just because you're so fast. You shouldn't be taking you should be trying to just kill them. There are other options. You could go like Air Balloon if you're really afraid of a ground type move. But overall, very good mon. Not the best utility, I would say. I think other evolutions have better utility, but definitely has the capacity to hit very hard, and is very fast. So very good mon overall. I would highly suggest picking this thing up early for a speedy electric type in the Draft League format. If you like the video and you want to see more Pokemon Draft League content, please leave a like, share, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Bye!